open to all educators. Guests such as spouses, family, and friends are also welcome to attend. There is an amazing lineup of speakers, and you can book your PD at sea now by putting down a $200 deposit. Attend the Sail Away Party Thursday, July 6th in Port Canaveral at 6 p.m. in preparation for Cruising Friday. You will return Monday, July 10th at 8 a.m. Scan the QR code now to sign up. You don't want to miss it.
Hey, welcome to episode 24 of the TeacherGoals podcast. This is your host, Erica Terry. Super excited about tonight. We are talking finding joy and laughter in every situation. Definitely needed that tonight. Need that every day to find joy and laughter. And so before we get started, you know that I love to know who we have hanging with us. So if you have not already done so, go ahead and put where you're from, your current role in education, as well as your favorite TV show. What are you all binging on right now? And so while you are doing that, let me just give you a brief overview in case this is your first time hanging out with us. The way we roll here at the TeacherGoals podcast is that I bring our guest on, who tonight is funny man Mack. I'm super excited about tonight. And so I'll bring him on, ask him some questions as we are going through the interview. If you have any questions, feel free to put them in the chat. Because he will be answering your questions at the very end. And so definitely thank you for hanging out with us tonight. We are so happy to have Kim or Esther. We have Sahir from West Africa. Welcome. Welcome, Natasha. Welcome, Melda. Super excited to have everyone. And Melda tells us that she is a middle school teacher. So welcome. We have high school English teacher Randy hanging out with us tonight. Welcome. Clinton from New York, who is a district director. Welcome, everyone, to the TeacherGoals podcast. So like I said, my name is Erica Terry and I am your host. And tonight we are going to be talking about how to find joy and laughter in every situation. As educators, we know we definitely have those situations that need some joy and laughter. So without further ado, I'm going to go ahead and bring up our guest, Mack. Hello, how are you? And I muted you, so let me unmute you. Hello, how are you?
Fine, I'm just trying to fix myself. There it is.
All right, well, fix yourself. All righty. So super excited to have you with us tonight. You have been with us in the past. For those of you that attended the TeacherGoals podcast, the TeacherGoals conference earlier this year, he was our comedian and had me belly laughing, like just gut-wrenching laughing. So super excited.
That's what happens.
To have you back with us. You've probably seen him on Board Teachers as well. And so we are going to get into knowing not just the funny side of you, But tonight we
Mhm.
want to learn about the teacher side of you as well.
Oh,
So kind
mm.
of share your story with us. How did you get started in education, and how did you get to where you are today?
Oh man, how did I get started in education? Like most of us in education, I was stupid, and I'm, I was like, no, no, it's something for me. It's something for me that I've always, school to me has always been a good place for me. It's probably one of the first places I received my first laughs, and in front of an audience, and I kind of let that fuel me, through my years as I got older, and honestly, it was a place that I never thought I could see myself working, professionally.
Mm-hmm.
Because I was just, I was the class clown. I was always getting in trouble. I was always, getting discipline referrals, and my mother couldn't keep a job because she was always getting called from her work to come up to the school and deal with me. So uh, I surprised a lot of people just about being an educator to today. They're like, "What? You? Oh Lord, Jesus, anything's possible." So I brought a lot of people. I brought a lot of people to the Lord too with that. But the for me though, I graduated and I was still doing comedy. I was doing comedy full time, but I was still needed to make a little money, So I would always find myself substituting, right? And then if I wasn't substituting, I was taking jobs in certain districts as a paraprofessional. And then there was like, well, you have your degree. Why don't you just become a teacher? And I was like, ooh, pump your brakes. I don't know about that. Uh, but it wasn't until I started working with special education, and then I just became really intrigued with just, these students, and just how incredible they were, as individuals and, great learners. So I started to do more studying and more research, and I was like, oh yeah, this is what I want to do. I want to work special education. So uh, that's what I've been doing. So I've been doing special education and been falling in love with it constantly. That's probably one of the things that why I probably won't quit no time soon is because of these, my students. So I currently right now teach at a middle school, 7th and 8th grade inclusion, RLA. So yeah, it's kind of like I tried to get away from education, but it pulled me back in though. So that's how I got here.
Well, we are so appreciative that it pulled you back in.
Oh
And
yeah, it
love
pulled me in.
and love that you are working with our special education population. We actually had an interview last week about how to make real world IEP goals, and I did not realize you were a special ed teacher. So that's
Yeah.
definitely tied in. So special education teachers, we talked about it last week. You have like so much, right? I did not realize that as a general ed teacher, but it is like
Yeah.
teaching on top of everything else you have to do that goes along with special education. So kind
Right.
of tell us like what happened? How did you decide or make the decision like, okay, I'm going to keep teaching, but I'm also going to encourage other people to find joy and laughter, make them laugh about these situations, as well as, like, keep them motivated to continue showing up and doing their best for education as well.
Oh man, that's another funny story. That kind of just you know, surprised me too that this niche even exists. You know what I'm saying? A good friend of mine, we were doing comedy before. Eddie B. Is another good, great teacher comedian out there.
Yes.
And so before he even blew up, with the whole teacher comedy thing, we used to just still travel because, like I said, I've been doing comedy now 17 years. So, oh Lord, I done told my age. Let me hide the grace. Um, so I remember he hit me up and he was like, "Oh man, I think I got something special going on with these teachers." I'm like, what are you talking about? And so I started to look at the videos. I was like, okay, yeah. And he's like, hey, we're doing our first show in Houston in a few weeks. I want you to get on the show with me. He said, you're an educator too. Just talk about the stuff that we cry about. And I was like, oh, okay, yeah, I could do that. So just being there, first time being able in front of an audience of all teachers and seeing the reaction on their face and just feeling that energy of, oh my God, you guys get us. Oh my God, this is exactly what I want to say and I can't say it, but you guys are saying it. And from that moment, and this was back in 2017, in that moment, it was like, I was like, okay, this is what I want to do. Like this is what I want, because it was not just making it was different from doing regular comedy. Because I do a regular show at the Improv or whatever, and I walk away, I'll get my kudos, like, oh, good job. But we were leaving these teacher shows, and it was like, oh my God, you guys. And it was you you you're speaking to my spirit. You're speaking to my soul. And I'm like, oh my God, are we doing all that? Like
Yes.
So I realized it was bigger than comedy. It was more so like a ministry, at that
Yes.
point. So I was like, oh yeah, this is what I want to do. And then it was like realizing that all those things I overlooked, like all that tragedy, because comedy is just tragedy, that we look at it from a different perspective and try to, that's what brings the light out of it. That's what brings the, the laughter to it. So I started to go back to all those horrific tragedy that I've suffered. And I was like, oh, wait a minute, that's funny. And the material just started coming and coming and coming and coming and coming. So for me, just that alone, just let me know that, yeah, this is definitely something that I know that is a necessity amongst educators, because I don't believe there's no other profession in the world that can be able to come together in the big crowds, that these teacher shows are producing, and not even with board teachers, not even with Eddie. Mr. D is out there bringing the teachers together. Gary Brooks is bringing the teachers together. Tel Williams, like all these people, because it just shows such a need in this market that, hey, we don't care if you're saying the things that are speaking to us and that we can relate and just helping us laugh to get through this past week that just kicked our butts. We're there and we're going to support it. So I support it because it supports me. It's like, it fuels me to keep on doing what I'm doing. So.
And we love what you're doing. Like I said, belly laughing. It's definitely what you've done for me, and I'm sure for so many other people that are on tonight. But one of the things we love to do here at the Teacher Goals podcast is really make these strategies applicable so that teachers can use them in the classroom. So how, as you talked about, there are those days, those moments where you want to just cry, scream, probably run out. We know we've all had those days. So how do you bring this same attitude, these same strategies that you use when you're on the road or in a show into your actual classroom? How do you find joy and laughter even in those difficult teaching situations?
Well, what I've learned is what I do for me, the strategies that I bring in is that it's just like what even in comedy period, this is just generally speaking, it's like the speaker is bringing the audience into their world and it becomes like an inside joke. So even if throughout my show, if I said something in the beginning and I refer back to it 20 minutes later, you're going to laugh because you're part of this inside joke, right? Mm-hmm. So it's very inclusive. So in the classroom, that's the idea. Bringing everybody into the world. I'm the speaker, I'm the educator, but I'm going to bring everybody into this world, and everybody's going to be a part of this inclusive inside, whether it's information, joke, knowledge, whatever it is, they're a part of it, right? Mm-hmm. And so you can always refer back to certain things that that will get a laugh. And for me, I mean, I hate to toot my own horn, but my students love me. I mean, whew. They love it, and also just not taking yourself so seriously. You know, I mean, there's moments, of course, where we have to be serious as educators. Come back.
And
I'm
there you
sorry.
go. Okay,
That was
all right.
that was honest teacher vibes calling me.
Yeah.
Should I put my phone on do not disturb? How do I do that? What's going on here? This is the, you know, teachers don't never. This was us in the pandemic too. We don't never know nothing about technology. How do I fix this? What am I doing here so she don't do that again? Where's the breakout room? You know, we we didn't know anything. But I hope she don't call back. But yeah, so what was I saying? Not take yourself too seriously. Yes, you know, I think that's a big part of it, that, you know, my kids feel like they can relate to me, and not just you know, I don't just show them one side of me, of the disciplinary or the strict, the stern, you know, which is very important, especially when you're establishing expectations. But then it's like, once they get that, you can choose to stay there for the rest of your relationship with them throughout the school year, or you can kind of be like, okay, now let me show you the big brother side of me. You know, I'm not just a teacher, I'm your big brother, or your crazy uncle, or you know what I'm saying? Even your father to some students. That, you know, they tell me I'm almost like a dad to them. So it's just being able to be relatable, bring them into their world, bring them into the inclusive inside joke, and not take yourself too seriously. That's what's been working for me.
All righty. So I hear like building relationships is important,
Oh
which,
yeah.
is always important. Being inclusive. So making sure everyone feels a part of this community that you're building, and definitely keeping it real. Uh,
No, wait a minute, real quick. Now, I said what I said, and I like what I said, but I love the way you just said it. You said it better. That's what teachers do too. We will come and re-edit something that's already great and make it greater. That's like, y'all saw that. You had me sit up here like, dang, I did say that, didn't I?
Yes, you did. That is what you said. That is what you said. So,
I love it.
So, when it comes to finding joy and laughter, right, to building these relationships, creating this inclusive class environment with all good things, there are challenges. So, what are some challenges that you faced, and how do you overcome them?
Oh wow. Okay, this is an hour show, right? This is an hour.
No, nope, 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 nope. It
Yeah.
depends on how many questions we have.
No, I'm just
But if you
saying. No, you talking about the challenges. I mean, do you have all day? I mean,
we just want you to give us an example or two.
Well, do
Did
I
you pull out the
begin?
book? Did you pull out the book?
Yeah, I'm actually still here at work. I was doing some last minute work, trying to shoot some videos. But yeah, so okay. Challenges. Okay, man. Okay, we gotta get specific. In what realm, and what category? What I mean, what do we and I mean, give it to me. Come on, break it down, because we could do this.
I mean, challenges in the classroom, challenges. How are you balancing? We can
Okay.
talk. How are you balancing
Yeah.
being a teacher with what you're doing as a comedian? You
Okay.
said you're still at
Okay.
school making videos. Like, come on, tell us.
Okay.
Give us the
Okay. I'm
real
with you
truth.
now. So that's what I'm saying. Okay. I like it. Yes, for me specifically, I thought I had to speak for all the. I'm like, woo, we're gonna be here forever. But no, for me, my challenge is, yeah, this is the to be able to balance both. But see, here's the thing. This is how I'm able to be successful at it. I have a dope team. Like my spare team, they won't let me fail. Like whatever I need, they got my back. You know, they did an article on me not too long ago, and I was like, well, these people have to be here with me. Like we have to showcase them too. So bring them all in here. Let's take this big group shot, because I can't do what you're asking me without them. Like, and then I have a real super supportive administrator too. I mean, sometimes in my videos I feel bad talking about the bad principals because I actually got a good one. Okay. But again, he's a part of the community that loves what I'm doing and does not want to see me fail. Um, uh, Home life. I got a dope support system at home with my children. You know, they're teenagers now, so they understand what dad has to do. Um, but being able to merge both professions, I mean, because at first, I mean, I thought I had to choose one or the other. I know right before the pandemic hit, I did step away from teaching for a while just to uh, try to pursue it full time. You know, I started my own tour, and I was, you know, ready to, you know, hit the sky running. But then the pandemic hit, and I came back to school. You know, rightfully so. That's why. So I said today, I don't think I can leave it again because you know it was that for once was my plan B is now my plan A. You know, so I keep and respect my education first. Like this is because again my responsibilities go beyond just you know my passions and my dreams. You know, especially to these students. So for me to be able to do it both challenges is one I'm definitely tired. You know, I got to get ready to leave here, pack, so I can leave straight from school tomorrow and go, you know, flying out to Buffalo, you know, for the tour. So we would do 2 dates. Then I come back early Monday. So I have to pack my school clothes that I know I'm going to wear Monday. So I pack that, fly into town, you know, back from Dallas, and then come straight to work, you know. And it's just so I don't really get those weekends to myself. So that's a big challenge, just not being able to really rest the way I would like to, you know. But uh, I mean, it's so much being done, so much progress is happening that it's almost like, man, this is the time that you just got to keep on working and grinding and grinding. So definitely though, those are a few challenges. But yeah. Oh, and I would say this. This is a challenge. Sometimes when I'm in teacher mode and I have to jump from the classroom to the stage, I have to step into Casey Mack. See, I'm Mr. Jones here. I'm Mr. Jones.
Okay, Mr. Jones.
Yeah, I'm Mr. Jones here. But to have to, you know, snap into Mr. Mack, and then sometimes I'm come back as Casey Mack, and I'm supposed to be Mr. Jones, and I got to be like, oh, hold on, let me, let me, let me switch gears. So, but I mean, it's all fun though, man. It's all fun and it's super. I wouldn't change anything though right now for anything right now. It's a good time to be me.
Yes, and what I loved is that you honored your team and talked about, you know, the
Oh yeah.
department that's behind you, your administrator supporting your goals. And I love that as a part of your school community. I hope and wish and pray that other teachers that are, you know, pursuing goals outside of their
Mm-hmm.
classroom are getting that same support from their departments and administrators. So that is so important. And so, last question, when it
Mm-hmm.
comes to finding joy and laughter in every situation,
Oh.
any final words of wisdom for that teacher that is trying not to cry, trying to laugh so that they don't cry? They're already counting down the days to Thanksgiving, Christmas. They just feel like they're
Mm.
in the middle of it right now. Any words of wisdom? How can they find joy and laughter?
Okay. Well, I mean, first of all, those emotions are totally normal.
Yes.
Don't feel as if don't be too hard on yourself for feeling burned out at times, for feeling a little even discouraged at the time. You know, don't that's all a part of what we do. You know, that's a part of it because this is not for the weak. You know, this is not just for
Yes.
anybody. You know, anybody can't just do this. So just it's okay to stay in your humanity at that point. Understand it. Okay, this is it's okay to feel this way. Sometimes it's okay not to be okay. But how to turn that around is to, for me, is just to remember why you, especially this is kind of like hard for like first year teachers because it's like, it's so new to them and they're just so happy. Like, oh my God, I don't know what everybody's talking about. This is so fun. And it's beautiful here. So, but to us vets,
yes.
to the vets
with the gray hair,
that's been around, right, that's been around. When those moments happen, it's just really good to tap back in that initial love of why you became an educator. That because even if I have 40 kids that just get on my nerves, it's always that one of them's going to do something that's going to make me be like, that's why I remember now. So it's just not letting the negative, like I said, to be reminded by the. And should I keep on speaking? Okay. And also, can you hear me? Is everything okay? What's happening? Should I have more words of wisdom? I thought I nailed it. I don't know. You was looking like, give me more. I was like, oh.
I'm looking like you're going in and out, so I missed most of it. Because you were going in and out. I was kind of like, are you there? You're not there? Okay. What's going on?
Okay. Hey. Fine, Juanita. Let me see. Hold on. Wait, I got you. What about now? Now?
Yeah, I hear you now.
Okay, so what happened was I had to get off the school Wi-Fi because you know how iffy that thing is. It's not even a Wi-Fi. It's a why lie. Why are you lying? You're not even connected. So we good now? We good?
We are good. And so the last thing we really heard you saying is that, it's okay not to be okay. Remember your why. Find that one, even if it's that one student that makes you say, ha, like yes, this is why I'm doing this. Anything else? We missed anything you said after that?
Well, I told y'all, I guess what cut out was I gave y'all the tools of how to make $1 million in 2 days. So I guess y'all just missed it. So sorry, I'm not about to repeat that again.
All right, well, there you have it. How to make $1 million as an educator in 2 days.
And it's legal. It's legal. Your mama won't disown you. The church won't act like they got a disfellowship from you. It's all legal.
And you heard it here first. All righty. So I heard you saying you going to New York. I think that's what you said. But let us know, where can people learn more about you? Where can they find you? And where are you going to be if they want to come to a show?
Okay, so yes, we like I said, tomorrow the first we will be in Buffalo, New York, and the second will be in Syracuse. If you want a list of the Board Teachers Comedy Tour, you can definitely go on Board Teachers Facebook, my Instagram. I have links to all the itinerary for the tour dates. Follow me on all social media, Casey Mack Funny, letter K. Oh, yeah, you already spelled it. I ain't gonna spell it again. Casey Mack Funny on all platforms. And also, real quick, I got to do this because we're getting more and more closer. I actually have a film that we're working on, and it's coming out. And it actually talks a lot about what we were just talking about being burnt out as educators. It's the first feature film written by a teacher, for teachers, starring teachers, and celebrity allies. So we got Brandon T. Jackson from Tropic Thunder and Big Mama's House 3 and all that. He's actually my leading, and we're going into production very soon. So I'm very excited for educators to be able to see this film. We're doing big things.
So when is this supposed to be out? Now I'm just being nosy. When is this supposed to come out?
2023. 2023. We're tentatively 2023, but I'm gonna claim it in the name of Jesus. 2023
and I'm gonna
is coming
touch and
out.
agree. And we are gonna have to bring you back on so you can tell us all about it when it's time.
Go to summerbreakmovie.com. You can look at it a little bit right now. You can see
what
we're talking about.
Y'all listen, you heard it here first. Now we got how to make 2 million and summerbreakmovie.com. Is that what you said?
Yep, that's the website. Yeah, you can check it out.
And speaking of 2023, we have the Teacher Heart Out and Teacher Goals Bahamas cruise where Casey Mack will be. So you could get more information about that at teachergoals.com/cruise.
Yep, and I'm gonna wear a Speedo.
Now y'all done heard everything here first. He wearing a Speedo, and you do not want to miss it. So get your ticket just for that. teachergoals.com/cruise. Casey Mack in a Speedo.
Thank you so much, man, for having me. Thank you so much. I appreciate you.
Thank you for joining us. We are so happy that you were here. I know I just laughed, and everyone in the comments are laughing. So thank you for joining us tonight. And we have a few questions to ask before you go. So keep that why lie going for just a little bit longer.
Let's do it.
All right. So I saw that Katie says, do you have a page or any resource I can share with teachers that has tips on lighting up and laughing? Maybe if they hear it from someone else, they'll be convinced. So any resource or maybe a video that you've created, anything that can help people keep it light.
What I found out, a lot of like different districts, they've been sharing my videos and actually been playing them for others who talk about incorporating laughter in their lessons or that. So you can pull from any one of those. But I like that idea, and I think I will in the near future go ahead and start attaching links, not only so with the videos, but attaching actual links to these resources. So. Yeah, that's actually a good idea. I like that.
Yes, great idea. So love that. Love sharing the videos. And any other questions? We made sure we have all of the links on here. So summerbreakmovie.com to check out that movie. And then for those of you that want to follow him, it's Casey Mack Funny. And you can find them on Facebook, Instagram. Where else are you?
ChristianMingles.com.
All right, y'all. You done got way too much tonight from the Speedo. And you can find him on ChristianMingle.com.
The name is my name is Fat Moses _1.
All right, Fat Moses _1 on Christian.
Don't put that in there.
All right, and if you enjoyed these laughs tonight, then definitely join us on the cruise next summer, 2023.
Next summer.
TeacherGoals.com/cruise.
Yeah, teach your heart out.
Yes, teach your heart out. TeacherGoals.com/cruise, and you will get to see Casey Mack in a Speedo. That is enough to make you want to go, y'all. Come on, get those tickets. All right, so thank you for joining us tonight. Thank you all. We appreciate everything that everyone that's watching and tuning in with us. We appreciate everything that you do as educators and for our students. And we especially appreciate you hanging out with us. We'll be back next Thursday at 7 p.m. Thank you all and have a good night.